It's the only fan-owned franchise here in the NFL. And tens of thousands of those fans have their cheese heads on and have filled the stands of historic Lambeau Field here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. We're playing under the lights and some heavy rain here tonight. And we're underway on Sunday night. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Right up the gut. And he powers through the middle for a gain of 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
Second and 6 coming up here. Another carry for him. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Dre Greenlaw getting there for the stop. 5 yards on the play. They could just do that again. 3rd and 2 coming up.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
Back-to-back carries here. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
You know, I'm not sure what else could have been done there, Kate. Just the right call defensively to come up with a 3rd and short stop.
Offense staying out there. It's 4th and 1. Back to the well again. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
So often, one of the things you have to teach running backs at the NFL level, you don't always have to hit a home run. Especially in short yardage situations, just go get that single and move the chains.
On 1st down, they'll run. And the defense not caught off guard at all. They track him down after a small gain.
Well, this is a headache-inducing run for a defensive coach. I could just imagine that staff both upstairs and down on the field watching the kid, because now they don't have to just worry about this guy catching as a receiver. Now they know he can be a weapon in the ground game, too.
Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll be brought down after getting it to the 47-yard line. That play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps these drive moving.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
So they send him out for a field goal, and they don't get much longer than this. We better get all of this one. It's got a ways to go. The Chiefs signal for a timeout. That's going to be their first. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. The Chiefs bringing out their punt team. And he's got a good chance to really stick him deep his first time out. And he drives this into the pouring rain. And that couldn't have hit any better. That took... bounce and went out of bounds at the 1. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go.
Up the middle they go with Bigsby. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
This close to your own goal line, they really don't want to risk a sack. That means, well, one option, run it and buy whatever breathing room you can.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down.
Roll! Warrior 70. Let's go now.
Throwing from near his own goal line. Complete to his back. Tank Bigsby. And he stopped cold at the spot. Ooh, he paid for that one, but hey, still enough for that 1st down. Takes the handoff, now Love. Flush down now to his left. He's got a man left. And he didn't get much time to secure it as he takes a shot. Good job to even hang on through that catch there. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. From the 16. And that throw just too high for him.
You really want those throws to be like clockwork for your offense. Every team needs to hit passes in that short to intermediate range to effectively move the ball.
Loves to throw again. Finds the in route complete. And they hit him right after he made that catch. That's going to deny him the 1st. It's 4th down. The Packers send out their punting unit. He was only needed twice in last week's win, and he gets this one away. He's got this at the 27. And he didn't quite break it, but still an excellent return that gets him up near midfield. Found some space, got his team 21 on that run back. And the Chiefs will get set to go on offense. 1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs against the better defenses in this league.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth. But a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
Here he is on 3rd and long. That's caught for the 1st. And he's going to get past the 40 before he goes out. Give him 24 on that play. And it'll be 1st down, Kansas City.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
About set for the 2nd quarter. Chiefs football here. They're looking at 1st down here. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Oh, we both saw what he was doing, Brock. Trying to work the sideline there, but I don't think he ever saw the corner sitting back and just waiting to break on that throw.
And that's what the good ones do. They use the sideline to their advantage. It really becomes the 12th defender on the field. The elite corners in this league, they'll play to it. They'll bait those quarterbacks to making that throw, and then they'll close fast and take that ball away.
Second down now, 7 to go. Love from the gun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
Pretty even match in this first half, and you're just kind of waiting. Right? You just kind of try to get a feel for which defense is going to come to life. And when you get that sack, that could go a long way to infusing some energy on that side of the ball.
Completes this one to Gray. And it's a nice game, but still not enough for the first.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
And something on the return, but not much, as it still ends inside the 20. Got every single bit of that one, didn't he? Over 70 yards on the punt. And they'll get ready to go on offense. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. It's incomplete. Should have been a catch downfield, but off his hands and to the ground it goes. Looking for his wide receiver there. And it's going to be 2nd down.
With how hard it is to get an open look downfield, can't let the coverage off the hook with the drop. Saw open space, started running before he was able to watch the ball into his hands.
He's on the move. He's running with it. He gets it ahead, winds up with about 3. Ezra and Cooper there to make the stop.
That's just a case where you're trying to make something when there really is nothing there. There just wasn't an opening for him to work with, and he was lucky to get what he could.
Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7.
Yellow.
They go play action. It's Mahomes. Called in by Worthy. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one.
Those little short throws, they are high percentage and certainly bread and butter. But they really run the risk of a quick tackle just like that and being stopped short of the sticks.
And he's brought down before the return gets far. Call that a 64-yard punt officially. And the Packers will take over possession. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Love. Has it to his back. Here's Josh Jacobs. And what a hit there. Ouch, she pays the price for moving the chains that time.
Something out of nothing, Kate, that may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that, it was all him. Turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain.
Shotgun give now to Bigsby. Across midfield to the 45. And he's finally taken down at the 39-yard line. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And that's good for a Green Bay 1st down.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
Escapes the pocket.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock. You know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that. And it's a good thing you woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep them moving forward.
2nd and 3 now. From the 32. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along the route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Love out of the shotgun. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well, I know some old school coaches, maybe some former NFL quarterbacks who would have this guy running stairs after that drop, partner. Hit or no hit. That was a catch there that would have meant a first down.
Yeah, that's why that's old school, okay, Kate? The new school coaches and quarterbacks know how hard it is in this league with the contact. Know how valuable those contested catches are. Credit the defense for making the play on that one.
The Packers about set to kick this one away, and away we go again. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Look at this. The wideout gets it to start this drive. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Can I have a moment, Kate? Just a moment to marvel at how well they reacted to that play on defense. They were all over it from the start, getting behind the line to blow up the play. Then how many times do we see as highlight reel touchdowns going the other way?
2nd and 15. Wiley hauls it in. And a massive hit at the end of that play. Oh, baby. But he hangs on through it. Still able to get that first down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Bails out of the pocket quick. Makes the catch, but does not do it in bounds. It looks like he came down on that sideline. 2nd down coming up.
You know, as you can see here, things broke down a little bit. He tried to find a connection, but he just could not get on the same page. I'll tell you what I do like about that throw, though. He didn't risk an interception, and he put it out of bounds instead.
So early movement from the backfield, Brock. They jumped the gun a bit, and that brings out the flag. There was a blitz coming, and that got somebody to panic and jump early. It cost him 5 yards. So things getting a bit tougher following that penalty. We got 2nd and 15. Off the play fake, it's Mahomes. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he's touched down after a nice pickup there to get the first. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And with a nice gain, he runs him down inside of field goal range. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. Forced out to his right. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up.
Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. Rather than force something with no one open or risk a turnover, he wisely just threw it away.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. They'll try and pick this up on the ground. And he takes a shot near the marker, but it looks like he still has enough for that first down.
Okay, you know me, I can't resist. I thought we might have needed the old Gene Steratore index card down there. Making a really close measurement to see if he got the first down or not. But in the end, well, the right call was made. He got just enough to move the chains.
On the move, headed right. That one's incomplete over the middle. Looking for the back that time. So it'll be 2nd down.
You know, it looked like things fell apart a little bit as he left the pocket, just not on the same page with his targets as they adjusted their routes. And that's really what led to the incompletion.
2nd and 10 now. That's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right.
Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive down the field. Those windows and throwing lanes, Kate, are not open very long, and it only takes a little bit for a throw to be thrown off.
Third down, it's Mahomes. Connects with Wiley. And he's got it inside the 15 before going out. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a first down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
They'll run here on first down. Juke the defender. It's a double-digit gain, 10 yards, and now they've got first and goal.
Well, this offense is trying to keep the defense off balance down here in the red zone, mixing in receiver runs with everything else they love to do. And the best part is, it's working. He gets them several yards on that play.
Might be trying to power this across, Brock. They've got 3 tight ends out there. It's first and goal. They'll try and punch it in. Has the Kansas City touchdown. The Chiefs take the lead just before halftime. Well, we all knew what was coming when they got into that goal line formation, didn't we, Brock? And they just pound the rock. Pressure off left, and it's blocked. Ooh, and I think he envisioned this one going all the way back for 2, but they're able to track him down and limit the damage to just that blocked kick. After seeing his point after blocked, he's got to stay out there and kick it off. His return starts at the 5. And that hit is going to freeze him at the spot. He got stuck right at the 20. They'll begin this drive with barely over 25 seconds left.
Hiking 18. There we go.
On first and 10, here's Love. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. Here's Love. Getting out to his left. He can run it.
Well, the QB made something happen and got some yardage when the play didn't develop right, and even got himself out of bounds to avoid a hit. The only negative at all is he couldn't quite get the first down.
Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7.
Here we go.
Now they'll throw out of the gun. He has the first over the middle. And they get there to touch him down, Brock, with a big gain on that play.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Buying some time left. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Jukes one defender. And the Chiefs will have a shot at least a field goal here. Maybe the end zone after that return. He steps in front and picks it off. Looked like he missed the spot there, partner. Maybe because he threw it on the run?
Yeah, I think that's exactly the case, Kate. You know, you get set in the pocket. This game is fast anyway. Things are flying, but once you get on the run, it is a whole nother speed and really becomes advantage defense as they take it away.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that'll double their lead to 6.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
Starting from the 5. He's hauled down on what is the final play of our first half. That brings us to halftime. We'll get a break as our teams make their adjustments and then return with more of the NFL on EA Sports in just a little bit. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the 3rd quarter. Butker on now to kick this one away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Completed to his running back. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a 1st down. We pause now for an injured player, and that looks like Josh Jacobs, who's hurt after that play, and in need of a look from the training staff.
Go!
Throwing now, 3rd and 2. Catch is made by the rookie out of Tennessee. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
1st and 10 from the 41. Love to throw again. Finds his man Gray. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a 1st down.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. And the 3rd and short in your back pocket, and get even more aggressive and take that shot.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Love. Finds his back complete. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
I'm sure Coach, the play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. They'll throw it again. Complete out to the right. 16 yards on the play. And it'll be 1st down Packers.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Ball at the 33 for 1st down.
Let's go.
From the gun, it's a give to Bigsby. Makes a cut. It's a Green Bay touchdown. The Packers get 6 points for themselves. Now the PAT try coming up. Extra point sent in through the rain. And the Packers take the lead on that successful kick. The Packers about set to kick this one away, and away we go again. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Yellow.
Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Tough one to retain through that hit. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
Yellow. Present.
They'll run now on 2nd down. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline and his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Here he is on 3rd and long. That's caught for the first. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. What a play on 3rd and 13, and this drive will indeed continue.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your third downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Chased out to his right. Completes this one to Rice. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a third down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next third down coming.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Going to the ground again on first. And their struggles on the ground continue as he's tackled after a small gain. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
They go play action. It's Mahomes. He sends this one to the end zone. This one is tipped away and incomplete. Good positioning to make a play on it. That forces third down.
I'm just going to say maybe not the guy you want to pick on in coverage on this particular series. Gets a hand on that throw and knocks it away. The next time, well, he could get 2 hands on it and take it the other way.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Pass complete to Wiley. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
Wow, certainly found the weak spot in the coverage with that catch. Really goes to show they trust every single player, receiver, running back, in that case, tight end, to be a playmaker in this offense.
Receiver gets it again. Man, they're keeping him busy. And the reverse call pays off. Some decent yardage before he's brought down.
Receivers running the ball, well, that's become commonplace in the NFL now, and that includes down here in the red zone. In close, a lot less space to work with. You really love your most elusive players to get their hands on the ball.
2nd and 3 now. Mahomes back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And they bring him down pretty quickly at the 10. Call it no gain, maybe 1 at best on that play. That leaves him with 3rd and 2.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play. They get 2 on the play, and now they've got 1st and goal.
Yeah, I get it. Fans will measure a running back's merit by touchdowns, yards, the fantasy football world we live in. But as coaches and teammates, Kate, they want something a little bit more. They want to see plays like that, a guy who will always get the short yards in a critical spot like that.
They're going to try with the wideout. And the defense not caught off guard at all. They track him down after a small gain. Only a yard on the play, and that takes us to the end of quarter number 3.
Third quarter, with the score, Packers 10, Chiefs 9.
Line of scrimmage once again, that 7-yard line as they get set, 2nd and goal. Now a pass play. Here's Mahomes. This throw is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. So that, Brock, an important score here as they move out in front.
This is the time of the game where your legs just get a little bit tired. But that was a determined-looking drive right there. They were not going to be denied, and they're able to score and take the lead.
The Chiefs will set up for the two-point conversion.
Mahomes throwing for 2. Buys time, rolling right. And the 2-point pass falls incomplete. Would have felt more comfortable, obviously, with a 7-point lead, but they have to settle for 5. Butker on now to kick this one away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30.
Trailing by 1 score late here, Cade. Maybe this is the return. Maybe this is what helps them get right back into it. Good field position now to start their most important series yet of this game.
A give right side. Here's Bigsby. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Back to the line they go. It's second down.
Here we go, set.
Shotgun now for Love. Got a man, it's Bigsby. He picks up 15 on the play. And that's good for a Green Bay first down.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
First down throw, here's Love. On target to Musgrave. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after it.
Completes this one to Gray. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down. Second and 3 now.
Let's go now.
Love out of the shotgun. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
That chunk with a nice 21 yards. And it'll be first down, Packers. Working inside the red zone. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Love from the gun. The shot to the end zone is incomplete. Thought he had a touchdown there. So now it's going to be third and long. A close game is going to stay close, Brock, so long as plays like that are being made in big situations.
Yeah, in these tight games, you got to have your defense making plays just like that in the red zone. Here we got a defender in particular coming through with a big hit to keep points off the board.
18 Rattler. Take go.
Throwing his Love on third. Rolling left, buying some time. And he will score. Touchdown, Green Bay. The Packers take a fourth-quarter lead. Big spot for the Packers here. They'll go for 2.
The Packers will set up for the 2-point conversion.
60 Bobcat.
He's throwing for it. And he's going to be taken down for the sack. They can't even get a throwaway on that 2-point try. The Packers about set to kick this one away, and away we go again. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 30-yard line.
First and 10 now from the 30.
Yellow.
Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass.
That is normally a gimme for this offense, these short throws. But the defense, well, they had just enough influence on that play to force the incompletion.
2nd and 10 now. He's on the move. Hauled in by Rice. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped.
Timing on routes change when you leave the pocket. It really does become, well, the schoolyard. And you've got to scramble around. What a great adjustment to still deliver a clean ball.
43, 15. Attack.
Back to throw it. He has the first over the middle. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And the Chiefs are going to have a first down.
Yellow.
They'll run here from the gun. And they crush him right near the marker. It looks close, but yep, Brock, I think he safely got that first down before the hit.
To play running back in this league, well, you've got to have tremendous vision. We saw it twice. Once to find the lane upfield, and then to get to space and break off some extra yards.
First down, and they go right. Oh, no, the ball is loose. Packers pick it up. And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover.
You know, this just can't happen on first down. It really can't. I mean, ball security's a premium on every down, every distance. But on first down, it is especially a killer.
They'll go from the gun with Lloyd. And he won't get anything there. Several defenders nearby to hold him up. So a timeout comes in. It looks like the defense using its first stops this game as we get close to our 2-minute warning. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here.
Let's go.
Love looking to pass. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. So we're down to the 2-minute warning here from Green Bay. Packers holding just a 1-point advantage. Let's see what they went with on 3rd down.
Come on. Set, trap 60. Get up.
Looking to throw. That one's complete over the middle. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. So after the 2-minute warning, another stoppage here. The defense is calling time. 1:55 to go. 4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. He fields this at the 18. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. That punt finishes as a 60-yard effort. And it's going to be their football coming up. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Yellow.
He'll look to throw it. Wiley hauls it in. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And it'll be 1st down, Kansas City.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
15.
Setting up to pass. Catch is made down the right sideline. And a solid gain gets them across the 45 before he goes out. The big play nets him 17 yards. And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st down.
15. Yellow.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
That's a pretty good stop on first down. This defense now gets a chance to dictate, and that's what all the great defenses want to do, Kate. They want to dictate it on their terms and not just be reacting to what the offense is always doing.
Here he is to throw. Connects with Wiley. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
They've got first down from the 31.
Yellow. Easy.
Here's a give up the middle. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. Now after the run, we see some trainers headed out for an injured player who was shaken up. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
Yellow. Hey, 57.
Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
You know, Kate, if you notice those guys that love to feed themselves on the field, right? They love to just get more and more. They're hungry for even more. I'll tell you what, that tackle, it prevented something that's going to be a lot bigger, but that back remains hungry.
And this one stopped at the 3-yard line. It's a double-digit gain, 10 yards, and now they've got 1st and goal.
Kate, don't think for a second this is time you step off the gas. You can feel this defense, right? They're on their heels. And now's the best chance to go push the envelope and get aggressive.
So a historic venue in football sees yet another win as the Packers take this one at Lambeau. And there was no easing up. It took some white knuckling until the very end, but their defense carried that small lead through to the finish line as they escape with a victory. So for Brock Eward, our incredible crew, everybody here at EA Sports, I'm Kate Scott signing off. We'll see you next time. The Packers are your winners as we say so long from Green Bay.